We're gonna wait for people to join. We're just waiting for people to join.
Kidding, I'm the only one in here so far.
Did you just join?
Yeah, I just popped in. Let's see if you could actually have a podcast this time around compared to last night.
Oh, it's you. Yeah, I mean,
Me?
I think the last one's alright.
I mean, it was salvageable.
I mean, we got some good shots out of the last one.
Oh man, can't wait to see what people say about the last one once it starts playing.
Sorry, I can't really hear you too much. Can you speak up?
Oh, sorry, I was farther away from my mic. I'll be curious to see the reactions to the previous one once that's live.
Hello!
Hello.
Yo.
Oh, you did decide to join, Celeste?
Yeah, I decided I'll be here for a little bit.
Good. Me too. I probably won't be here for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it being productive, but it was either sit in here or juggle Pokemon and Skyrim.
So it was a question of what to waste your time on.
Exactly.
Ugh.
I would say earlier was productive enough as it is.
Or are you just doing your work or working on projects?
Just project work.
Yeah, we've been trying to get issue 6 knocked out the door. A couple other side things going on. I'm not sure how much we're allowed to talk about, but staying busy.
Well, being busy is happy in my opinion, so that's good. So I guess you're up to 6 issues, right? Or 5 issues on the comic thing.
Five currently released. 6 is coming around the corner. Just a single page is left being colored.
That's what I was gonna say. We literally have one page left to finish, and issue 6 will be out. That's not to mention the that we have the first issue dubbed on YouTube as well.
Yeah, the dubs take a lot longer because all the background music and everything is original as well.
Oh, hi.
Oh, who popped in?
Oh,
Okay, it's Moviesburg.
Hi.
Please do not read today.
I'm sorry about that yesterday.
No, it's no problem.
I mean, I wasn't trying to make fun of you, but goddamn, it was hard not to laugh.
I always enjoy having you here, Movie Spirit, so no reason to worry.
Okay. You also know I'm multitasking right now.
What's the other task?
To finish Lego Star Wars Complete Saga.
Oh, that's what you were bringing up last night.
Yeah,
that's what he was trying to bring up last night.
I'm in the middle of a Lego Star Wars marathon, and I really want to get to 3, so I'm trying to get the Complete Saga out of the way tonight. So I'll try and pipe in when I can.
Okay. So, I guess this is gonna be kind of a smaller one, right? Because everyone, I don't know, this one didn't really have as much expectation.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a smaller one if that's what you want it to be.
No, I'll just go with whatever happens of it, but we'll see.
Yeah, also, by the way, if Joe shows up and break his promise about not showing up, kick him immediately.
See, the thing about that is I don't have the power to kick because Google Hangouts is not very.
That's not how Hangouts works.
Yeah, Hangouts is a little weird with setup. I don't have a lot of experience with it, no less.
And even if I
Okay,
could,
well,
I don't really know if I would because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of elevating. It's like giving me this like power that I really shouldn't have.
Yeah, I could understand that.
Like I shouldn't be the one deciding. It's the general's podcast, not mine.
Hello, Spinel dude.
Anyway, what were the topics you want to talk about today for this one anyway? I think you were making a list.
oh, Tico's joining Speed Battle. Do any of you play Speed Battle?
Not too often, but I've got it on my tablet here. Like, I haven't unlocked any of the movie characters or anything on it, but I'm probably going to power play it just so I could get her unlocked.
Yeah, I got Speed Battle just for the movie characters, and so far I have like all but 4 of the characters by now. Thank God for the recap events.
I wouldn't say that I'm bad at it, but I'm not, like, the best at it either. I just don't play it enough to get high ranking on the leaderboards.
Why are you quickly getting that off your...
But I do think it's cool that they're bringing Tikal back, because the last time we had her playable in anything was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Wonder what kind of abilities she'll have.
I didn't realize Tikal was ever playable in the first place.
Yeah, just Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, she was playable in the multiplayer. She basically played like Knuckles. But apparently she may have been playable in the original Sonic Adventure, because if you use like the moon jump cheat, she'll jump during cutscenes as well.
She would have been added to the already insanely big cast of characters. Or like,
I'd be curious
play
how
things.
she would have handled though.
I'm sorry?
I would just be curious how she would handle if she were playable in Adventure. This is one of those things we'll never know. Well, maybe would never know. I mean, we did dig up that Sonic 3 prototype that had the drop dash and other things in it as well.
Really? Like it had the whole everything in Mania? With the drop dash thing?
The Sonic 3 prototype was dug up, and there were some differences. Like, it still used the Sonic 2 like styled sprites, like just slightly cut a little different. But it had the drop dash in it as well. Even Christian Whitehead said that it was completely coincidental.
Why do you think they took it out in the original game?
I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that one.
Maybe like it was too strong, you know? Like it was too easy to get speed.
I don't know, because the level layout of Sonic 3 and Knuckles complements stuff like that. And Sonic 2, with its level design, it would have been broken as hell.
I see.
Like, Drop Dash wouldn't really want to do you any kind of good in levels like Death Egg, for example. And it might be one of those things that it would be too risky in levels like Sky Sanctuary.
To you, Celeste, what do you think your favorite game of the series is?
I'm gonna have to separate that between classic and modern, because I have a few games that I'm really fond of. If I had to go the classic route, I'm still gonna throw my money on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I like Sonic 2 and played it the most growing up, but Sonic 3 and Knuckles has that silent storytelling that I really like.
Yeah, that's one of the things
Mania?
I miss with the modern games is that silent. There's no words, but you can still understand it. You know.
Mania had some of that as well, but I don't think it was as strong as Three and Knuckles had going on. And as much as I did enjoy Mania, I just have no drive to want to replay it at all. It was almost like a one-shot wonder for me.
Did you ever finish the Encore mode?
Oh yeah, I did that and I hated it. Like, when I streamed it on the Legacy channel, me and a bunch of colorists there just did nothing but make fun of the level's color palettes.
You were unsatisfied with them?
I liked the gimmicks that were included in Encore mode, but the changes that they did to the level's palettes, like Hydro City, for example, just looked like shit.
Not much.
I think the only color palette swap I liked was Green Hill Zone that made it look more like a sunset. That was about it.
Yeah.
I was more curious about the ending of Encore mode, with how Robotnik got sucked in by the warp from the Phantom Ruby. Like, I wonder if that was intended to go anywhere after that or not.
I feel like those sorts of things they're made by one guy and then they're picked up by another, so they're not really. It's really up to the second guy whether it's gonna go anywhere. So a lot of things just could go completely vanish, but
I just don't want a Mania 2 or anything like that to have to depend on the Phantom Ruby again. I just want it done and over with, personally.
I mean, it would be kind of nice to see Infinite come back. I thought he was kind of a cool guy.
I thought Infinite had a lot of potential, but along with the rest of Forces, I thought it was squandered.
Yeah, especially in the DLC.
The worst part about Forces isn't so much that it's a bad game, is that it's a mediocre game. Because if it was just strictly a bad game, there's other things I'd be able to nitpick and enjoy about it, like I do with 06. But just mediocre, that's more offensive to me.
Yeah, because it could have been so much more, you know. But it's just how it is.
With how they were hyping it up, it felt like it would have been. It felt like it would have been trying to bring back some of that adventure era feel. And in some ways, they kind of did, but it was nice to have another villain, like, on par with Eggman with Infinite, though. I will give it that.
Definitely. But I really just like how they took away all kinds of mystery from him in the DLC. It's just, it really, it really changed his character just with that.
I think if they had more time to work on the game and just not the engine, it probably could have come out a lot better. 3 years for a graphic engine.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's the thing about Forces, in my opinion, is that while it's a good graphic engine, I don't think the art direction really complemented it as well. If it had the art direction like what Sonic Unleashed had, and then ran through the new graphic engine, it probably would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, like, I feel like it looked good, but it was very bland, like all the shapes and the fonts and all that.
It was trying to do what Lost World had, where everything still had a very cartoony shape to it. Which isn't really that bad for Sonic and everything, but I think what they did with Unleashed really was the strongest they had in terms of a direction. It's a shame that it was nitpicked so hard because of the Werehog.
Yeah, I still don't really understand where that came from. Like, it seems very out of left field.
The Werehog or the critique
The
on it?
Werehog.
It was out of left field, I'll give it that. But I still enjoyed it to an extent, although the levels for the night stages were a little bit too long. Like, it shouldn't take you 20 minutes to get through one level, like, what stage am I thinking of? The Missouri stages were pretty long. I think what I appreciate about the boost in the daytime stages is it didn't feel like it was just boost to win. Like, there was a lot more you had to do to it. Whereas Sonic Forces and things like that, you could just hold one direction and boost and you win. jump a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the avatar in Forces was pretty good, or pretty fun, but it never really actually playing as the character was kind of just a meh.
Yeah, the avatar is the only good thing.
And even then, there's a couple of things I could think to do that would have made it better, though, is if it had something like a level up system like Heroes had, where you could power up your Wispin instead of just one-shot killing everything, that would have made it so much more fun. Because you still just mow through everything like it's nothing. I felt it was just too OP is all.
In the individual levels like Heroes, or
Just the level up system
like
Heroes had.
in the individual levels like Heroes, or as a whole thing all around, as you get level up more as you go through more levels.
Just like into levels, and it resets after that. Not like the level up system Unleashed had.
Trying to figure out why episode 3 isn't up yet. It's processing, but it's still at 0%.
What if you were to open it up in another tab? Does it give you any kind of difference there in case maybe that one's just being a bitch? I've had that happen a couple of times.
No, it's still kind of weird.
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and ask this question because he's here, and it's the same question you asked me. Hey, AWF, what's your favorite Sonic game? And don't say you haven't played any, because I know you have.
Sonic 2.
Okay, and what's your reason for that?
It's comfy.
Just comfy?
I can just turn it on, play it. You know, I don't feel like I'm obligated to finish it. You know, there's no save points. There no I gotta pick it up later. I gotta do the story. I gotta 100% achieve it. Nope. I can just go fast, jump on robots, fuck up Eggman, do the half pipe, and when I get bored, turn it off.
Okay, that's pretty fair.
Yeah, Sonic 2, I might try and get to 100, completing that too after I finish my Lego Star Wars marathon.
For the longest time,
Right,
Sonic 2 was
for-
my go-to game on the Genesis.
Yes, I was about Bigfoot out for a bit long. I decided I probably needed to walk my dog before she started whining.
I still have my Genesis and game cartridges, by the way. I should probably hook it up sometime. See how it feels playing it on the original hardware compared to newer versions. Same thing with the Dreamcast and the original Sonic Adventure disc, because I still have that as well.
I wonder if it's taking, like, the video I'm uploading, it's taking so long because of the quality. I exported it in 1080p, which might have something to do with it. I don't know.
I wouldn't think so. I haven't had issues, and I render everything 1080p 60 frames per second and like extremely high bit rate. Could just be YouTube acting up. Because it's already uploaded, it's just processing, right?
Yeah, I spent the last 2 hours uploading it, so I hope it is.
The length is probably a big factor. YouTube's, like, if you have... Okay, so the Legacy podcast that we do, I try to trim out, like, the first several seconds to avoid some dead air, and it takes, like, an hour or two just to render those few seconds out. So I think it's just YouTube. And that's for only, like, a half hour to an hour video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, where it's 2 hours.
Yeah, so you're probably going to wait a while on there. As long as it's done uploading itself, you don't have to worry about leaving the tab open.
It's just weird to me because it's at 0% processed.
Mm-hmm. kind of hyped up for Sage now that I saw some of those fan games that were being linked in one of the Discord servers earlier, like the Sonic 3D Blast, but 2D. That one actually looked really fun.
I haven't seen that one. What was it called again?
If you give me a second, I should be able to post it in the chat here. Let me go over there real quick and dig it up. There it is. I'll just copy a link. Okay, I just dropped it in there. Let me know if that works for you.
Yeah, it works.
I think the only thing I dislike about trailers like these is that everyone's trying to copy what the Sonic Mania trailer did. Like in terms of style and announcement.
Yeah, it even has like the same font, really.
But other than that, what they actually showcased in there, it looks like, I don't know if this is supposed to be like a Mania hack or if it's built off of it, but it looks like it's using mostly Sonic 3 and Knuckles sprites.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
The one thing I couldn't tell out of the video was if you still had to gather the flickies in it, which I wouldn't be against, because it wouldn't be any different from like finding collectibles like Red Star rings in a 2D game.
Yeah, I didn't really recognize most of Wells. I played Sonic 3D Blast, but I really haven't.
Oh, I remember the
passed
one with the
first
flickies.
zone, so I probably don't recognize most of it.
There were a couple of ROM hacks I played of the original 3D Blast. One of them removed gathering the flickies. You could just go through the levels and have fun. And another one was added the ability to go supersonic once you had all the emeralds.
What do you think, like, the best format for the game should be? Like, how should the gameplay be divided?
You mean like in terms of classic or just all around?
All around.
Personally, I do prefer the 2D look, not like the 2.5D or anything like that, but actual 2D. But if I had to do a 3D Sonic game, I was more of a momentum-based person, like what the adventure games were. I like the ability to run around and explore a little. Like Hallway Simulator, like the current games are, just it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I would, in my opinion, I would have it so you got like 3 characters, right? You got Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic, and those are your like 3 types. Like you dig, you fly, or you go fast. And then you had those. I would prefer 3D because I feel like I feel like 3D you have some more opportunities to do some cooler stuff, And I mean, obviously everyone wants those big levels, so stick that in there. And, I would not have the emeralds as a big plot point, but I'd rather as like a collectible. And if you get them all, you get like the true ending or something like that.
I gotcha.
And you could also sprinkle in some like world building magazines, like a one that has the Babylon Rogues on it, like an in-game fan comic for those characters or whatever.
So you're thinking something that has like a light story, like kind of how Sonic Rush Adventure did it, maybe?
Yeah, something like that.
Hey guys, I'm gonna hop off. Some guys from the group are DMing me about playing some Fortnite, so I'm gonna go do that. I'll check back later if y'all are still on. I'll hop back on. Y'all have fun talking about your Sonics and stuff.
We will.
Of course, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Which is funny, I actually left the group playing Fortnite to be in the podcast.
Well, if you want to go back to that, then you're perfectly welcome. I got movies
I'll
for
be here
here all
longer.
night.
I just wanted to contribute some Sonic discussion was all.
And I appreciate that.
Ah, shit, I was gonna bring up something and I don't remember what it was anymore. Ah, god damn it. Always happens to me.
You know, if you're gonna bring something up and you don't want to forget it, you could tie a knot in your shirt, and then when you'll realize that you have a knot in your shirt, you'll remember what you needed to tell.
It does not. Stuff like that doesn't work. I'm the kind of person that like mentally blocks out sticky notes and stuff. Like if you leave a note on the screen, I'll be the kind of person like, well, now I'm not gonna do it.
But you can't really ignore like a knot in your shirt because that's pretty obvious.
But I won't mentally tie in the idea to it though. It just won't work with me that way.
I see.
So, what do you feel about fan content during the drought that we've had with the Sonic series lately? Because the last thing that we had come out was just TSR, and honestly, that one was pretty forgettable.
Yeah.
But what about Olympics?
Hmm?
Olympics?
I forgot that was a thing, to be quite honest with you. Yeah,
I'm
that's
wondering
right.
how it's still a thing. It was very novel the first time, but the novelty is worn off.
Weren't they doing like Sonic at the Olympics without the Mario tie-in at this point?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that before, but they had a couple mobile games like DS games like that.
Well, the DS games were still the Mario and Sonic at the Olympics for the Sega All-Stars.
Just only Sonic.
I don't know what to feel about the Sonic announcement for the next game for 2021 for a 30th anniversary, because I think at this point Sega's scared to be intuitive or risky like they were in the 2000s.
Yeah, that's something I 100% agree with. Yeah, I feel like at best it's gonna be not a bad game. The next one, it's not gonna be amazing, but it may be.
Yeah, we get
Average.
It's better than
we
it's
get
better
a
than
game by
mediocre, I'll
default
be
every
happy.
10 years. Ever knows that?
That's true. You know, so this year might be an up.
Yeah, we have a 5-year cycle.
Well, it also depends on how much they listen to feedback on the past couple
Sonic
of games.
Sonic 3D Blast 1996 wasn't the greatest. The 2001 Sonic Adventure 2, that was great. 2006 Sonic 06, Sonic 06. 2011 Sonic Generations good. 2016
World? No, it wasn't.
technically 17 Forces and now 2021 or 2022 if they decide to, if it's affected by the development slowdown or Corona or whatever.
Here's a question, just because I recently played through it again with the writers on the Legacy side to see if we could get some ideas and everything, but what are your thoughts if Sonic Chronicles continued, like if the Ken Penders lawsuit never happened? What do you think the Sonic direction would have gone past that? Do you think they still would have focused on RPGs? Oh, really?
Yes, I am. Well, I mean, I've heard of it, and I understand it has something to do with Penders, but I've never seen gameplay of Chronicles or anything.
You're not missing much on the gameplay side of things. That was easily one of the worst parts about it. But basically, BioWare did a Sonic RPG in tandem with Sega there that was supposed to continue off the events of Sonic Battle and the world building that they had there. And basically, it was about the Lost Echidna race around the time of Perfect Chaos. They were like a neighboring clan that was all technological. They conquered the world and everything, and then basically got scooped up by this Eldritch abomination and sealed off in another dimension, and they're trying to come back. Except they want to conquer the world and everything. So a lot of BioWare-like themes in terms of the sci-fi-ness, especially in the second half of the game. But I really appreciated that they were trying to build off more with the Echidna lore, and that they actually brought in another Echidna, such as Shade. So I'm pretty disappointed that we'll never be able to officially see anything with it again. Not without reinstating the lawsuits again.
But I may be wrong, but didn't all the Echidna lore start in Adventure 1?
Yeah, it all started with Adventure 1, but the thing is that Ken Penders claimed that BioWare took a lot of ideas that he was doing from the Archie comics, like the Dark Legion and stuff like that, and basically rehashed it for theirs, which I guess there are some similarities, but I think there's enough differences as well to make it unique. He never officially won those lawsuits either, but it's one of those things that as long as Sega doesn't continue to make anything with it, he can't sue them again.
By the way, Bane and Cowboy Hat just joined.
Oh, it is a cowboy hat, but it's not Knuckles' hat, so I'm disappointed. Speaking of which, I can't believe that Penders actually won the rights to Knuckles, but with a hat, in all those lawsuits.
Is that the truth?
That, I guess, is a truth, is that he owns the right to Knuckles, but wearing a hat. But not Knuckles as a character himself.
Yeah, but a specific hat, right?
Yeah, he said that he very slightly altered the OVA hat so that he could claim it as his.
So it's not the one that has the stars around the brim?
It has stars around the brim, but there's a difference with them. I'm actually going to see if I could open up a comparison. I think Knuckles' OVA hat had 3 stars on it.
The OVA hat?
Yeah, it had 3 stars on the front. Now I'm going to see if I can find Ken Penders' hat.
Yeah, somehow Penders warped it into... Well, basically, Penders owns it, but God knows how.
Oh, I see the change.
He put it on one of
made.
his OCs, and now he just magically owns it.
He changed the color of the
He
band
literally
from
owns Hat
blue.
Knuckles.
He just inversed the colors. That's all he did. So instead of red stars, they were yellow.
He owns
instead of
Hat
the yellow
Knuckles.
background. Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
So what's the story if you were joined?
Yeah, did Bane or Cowboy Hat want to contribute anything?
Oh, I'm not sure if Chronicles will continue without Penders because, Pyro already got bought up by EA and we all know how that turned out.
Yeah, I know. All I know is at the end of Chronicles, it sequel baited with Eggman taking over, so I wonder what direction it would have gone past that. And also if it would have fixed the gameplay.
So were they working on a sequel until the whole Penders thing?
I don't know if they were actually working on a sequel, but the ending was sequel bait. Like, it set up on a cliffhanger, and then during the staff roll credits, which was done like a dialogue exchange, you're like, guess we'll have to wait for the next episode. So it was one of those things where they completely intended to continue off of it.
I see.
So if you want any kind of shade content now regarding a character, all you really got to look forward to is just fan-produced content. I think the character itself had a lot of potential.
This Shade character?
Yeah.
It was a she, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
Female echidna.
what was her potential then?
One of those things where if you were focusing more on story-driven games, reintroduction back into the world, no longer being last echidnas, things like that. Because that was Knuckles' gimmick for the longest time, is I'm the last echidna, I'm the guardian of the Master Emerald, and then all that was just turned upside down in Chronicles. I think one thing I like about Chronicles, with some characters at least, was the characterization. Like, Knuckles wasn't a complete gullible idiot in it. Like, he was actually a pretty good character. The mastermind behind everything, which was another Echidna that was the leader of the Nocturne, tried to get Knuckles to join his cause at the end. Like, try to make it to where Knuckles would be gullible. And you would think that he would do it, and Knuckles like, nah. You fucked up.
Yeah. That's always good to see. I mean, he was pretty competent in forces, right?
No.
That's always good.
No, Knuckles himself didn't really do anything in forces, even though he was the leader of the Resistance at that point, and the one big operation he makes costs like 80% of their forces. So it was a huge blunder.
Yeah, Force is too ambitious for its own good.
Forces, sadly, is one of those games where mods alone aren't going to fix it.
I mean, like, I'm sure someone, if they had the dedication, the will, they could probably do some pretty good. They could do a pretty good job, but it's just a lot of work for not a lot of payoff, you know.
No. The only project that I'm interested in building it from the ground up is that Project 06. It's redoing 06 on PC and doing a lot of bug fixes. I think what they were trying to do with that game was the original vision of the game. Like what you would see in the old E3 footage and things like that. The last thing I saw that they posted on Twitter was a proof of concept, but he was able to import the cinematic animations. So he could actually render the scenes now.
So is he redoing the story as well, or?
I don't think he's going to be redoing the story or anything, but I think he's going to be touching up on a lot of flaws that were there due to it being rushed. Like, one thing he pointed out was that he could tweak the animations during the scenes as well.
Huh.
I mean, with me in 06, I don't think the story was the biggest glaring flaw, although Sonic's story was easily the weakest out of all three and Shadow's was the best. The biggest thing was the gameplay and the bugs. If you haven't played one of the newest Project 06 demos, I highly recommend it. He's got a few levels in there at this point.
Do you ever have a copy of 06?
Yeah, I've got a physical copy of 06 and the P06 demo for PC.
But do you require an 06
No,
copy?
no, you don't.
Oh, well, then I'll try it out tonight.
Let me see if I can find you a good link for it. Newest demo looks like that may have been... Is that October 31st of last year, or is there a newer one? There's a 2.5 demo. Let me go to the dude's channel and see if he's got anything. Probably the smartest thing to do. Is this guy trying to port 06 to PC as well? Because now I'm seeing World Adventure Project. Jesus Christ, dude. Do one at a time. Yeah, there's a 2.5 demo, it looks like. Looks like this video might be more of a changelog, but it looks like it's got a link to the Google Drive and Media Fire, so I'll post this in here for you.
I'm watching it now. I'll be sure to put all these links in the description of this one.
I will say that during the mock sections in the original 06, it was really broken and jank, but from what I played of the mock section of Wave Ocean, it was so much more bearable and smoother.
Yeah.
What are some fan projects you guys are looking forward to anyway? I know we've been talking about sthg and a few other ROM hacks and ports and things, but what are you guys specifically interested in?
GHP's VR project?
Oh yeah, I saw that brought up a few times in the thread and mentioned during the VR chat hangouts. I haven't actually looked into it yet.
Yeah. I myself, I know I'm like a broken record here, but a mod for Sonic Riders, Tournament Edition. So it's a very nice.
Is that like a Riders 1 mod?
Yes.
What does it do?
Yeah, it's just it allows you to do texture packs, and it fixes some of it, or it adds new features.
Okay. I'll have to look into that, because Riders 1 was the only one I've played, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, I loved it, but the mod makes it. I mean, usually being 100% honest, I play without it, but the big thing about it is that it allows you to play online with other people.
Okay.
It's very finicky, but it works, and they have little tournaments, and it's great.
Wish I could say there's more that I was looking forward to in the community, but there's a lot of I don't know going on. All I really know right now is Project 06. I haven't been keeping up with some of the engines that people have been making. I remember I was really excited for the Project Hero engine, but it's also one of those things that until I actually see some kind of actual level design to go with it, that's all it is. It's just an engine to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've been following on the Discord a little bit, but it seems like they're working on something pretty big. So, because I don't see where else they could go if they can't add any more moves to the characters. So it makes sense.
No, I thought the characters were good as is. Like they showcased both boost and momentum for Sonic, which that I really appreciate. If you could actually design levels and gameplay that maximize on both of those, that would be fantastic.
Definitely.
Are we still on?
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I'm probably going to go ahead and dip out for now. I feel like I burnt myself out of subjects at the time to talk about, so I didn't want to drone on like any kind of broken record.
Well, you can stay if you want, or you can leave if you want, but either way, I appreciate having you here.
Nah, I'll dip out. Good luck with the rest of the podcast, though. Maybe other people from the thread will join in.
Yeah, of course, appreciate it.
Alright, have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Now it's just you and me, Movie Spur again, plus two Anons, and one of them said a one word and muted themselves again. What about you, Dane? Do you speak anything? No? What about you,
Maybe, I don't know. Hello?
Oh.
I have no idea if this works or not. At least
No, you're working, you're working.
Somewhere. Oh, cool. Good. Hey, how you doing?
Amazing, how are you?
I'm doing alright. It's almost 2 in the morning, but I'll make it through.
Well, I appreciate you coming here.
Yeah.
Making the time.
How's it been going?
Pretty good, pretty
How's this
good.
whole podcast been going for you?
Episode 1 was a bit of a rocky start, but I think we're standing on both feet now.
Go ahead.
What was that?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This is probably the best it's been so far. Yeah, probably the most consistently good one so far.
Well, I think
I'll
the
be honest,
last
the
one.
way the totem Sonic keeps showing up in middle screen is freaking me out, man.
Don't worry, he's your only protector, so just welcome it. I'm still trying to figure out if this thing is processed yet, the last episode. Oh, it worked. Okay, now I can actually post it in the thread. So, anything non-related to the series you guys play in terms of games?
Yeah, I said Lego Star Wars was I'm trying to beat tonight right now.
Yeah, how far along are you?
I have about less than 20 gold bricks to go.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes. Yes, I am.
What about you, Bane?
I've been playing some Devil May Cry 5.
I've heard it's pretty good. It almost won an award, right?
Yeah, I won a couple. It's a good ass game.
So is
What
that
about
like
yourself?
a 3D shooter, or?
It's you never played Devil May Cry? Man, it's a character action game they call it. It's good shit.
Great.
Kind of hard to explain. You probably need to just watch a video on it or something.
Yeah. I've been replaying Dark Souls a couple times. It's a really fun game.
Yeah, I hear it's hard.
It's hard if you like pick it up once and never touch it again, but after a while you become better at it.
Yeah, I tried Bloodborne once. I couldn't kill Gascoigne and I gave up on it.
It's all right. I'm really appreciating how it makes you, how like the level design is designed so you slowly go deeper and deeper into the earth, and it's just like it feels like you're getting choked, and it's just so. It's a very good game. It's very well thought out.
That's the first one.
Yeah, I've only actually played the first one. I've never played 2 or 3, so.
Alright.
But I do hope that we see some precious Sonic news at the Indie Showcase.
Yeah, pretty much people have been tense about news lately. Really tense.
But when they've gone 3 years without a mainline game, what's a hunter to do?
This fucking hat.
Are you in any way related to the Satan that showed up last time?
I don't know no Satan.
All right.
I don't worship the devil.
Devil seems like a cool dude. What's wrong with the devil?
He sends you to hell. It's so hot and so dreadful in hell.
I can't disagree with that.
I'm just a girl from Texas. Alright, honey? But I do hope Sega's doing something with the fans. Maybe giving them some licenses to make fan games. Oh, how glorious it would to play a Sonic Advance remake. Or a Mania 2. Ah.
I would love it as much as anyone else.
Why is this hat so sexual?
Well, mister, I love myself some Sonic games.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them are okay.
But considering that Fine Man Aaron Weber said not to expect much, maybe it's best that we take that young chap's advice.
Did he actually say not to expect too much?
Maybe he's being genuine this time.
I don't think he's ever not been genuine, but yeah, I think he's trying his best, and he can take that however you want.
And I guess the anniversary is next year, right? So that's when they're gonna do anything.
Yeah, but I think they're already talking about how they're gonna miss next year.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm think with data break of anniversary games that really don't do much. Or
Well, this
If
series
y'all
is now.
don't,
No, go ahead, Pat.
y'all remember there's a whole pandemic going on, and I'm sure that Sega doesn't want find out about the next Sonic game to be getting online. Might be hot. Oh, how dreadful! I don't think we will be seeing a Sonic game for a while.
Where do you say you were from, Mr. Hat?
Texas, I think.
Texas gal, yeah.
I don't.
Speak of news and rumors. What do you?
I don't know if they use dreadful a lot.
What
in
do you
Texas.
think that big scoop that Fat Tasmu has going to be next week? What's that going to be about? I doubt it's going to be Sega buying Microsoft because I think it's illegal for American company to buy a Japanese one, or I doubt Sammy would want to give up their relationships with Sony. Not so
Don't
much
think it's
Nintendo.
illegal.
Microsoft and Nintendo kind of have a relationship going on right now too.
Well, if you must know, Sega was founded in Hawaii, so maybe it's technically an American company. I've also
That
heard
is true.
that if companies were formed
Yeah,
after
but
1890, they don't apply for that issue. So
yeah, but it's definitely owned by the Japanese. I doubt Sammy would want to give it up so
And the
easily.
Japanese are massive racists, so that would check out.
Yeah, when you get down to it, the Japanese are pretty. They're not very nice people.
To be fair, they did get nuked twice, so I guess that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, but they also raped China and Korea, so I went. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
but who
that was
cares about
undeserved.
China? Either way, I don't think anyone's buying them.
Right now, I'm filling out the shill list for last night's recording.
I do wonder why Sega's never contacted that lovely developer Lake Feathered. He makes just the most amazing games. Have y'all chaps ever tried out Spark the Electric Jester 2? Or even its original, which has some fantastic 2D gameplay?
Who are you talking about?
That fine young man who made the Spark games. Why, he should go and make a game for Sega.
I've never heard of him, but I'll make sure to check him out.
Why, he's the man responsible for the Hedgehog engine. Which I'm sure
He
y'all
is.
know
He is.
is what Bumper Engine's based upon. Oh yes, Lake Feather created it for Spark the Electric Jester 2. It runs on the same engine. Oh, I guess I should say, as the chaps in the thread like to put it, it's a framework.
Hedgehog engine?
Oh, sorry. I should say hedge physics. Sorry, I mistook my words. Oh, silly me.
Yeah. I'm trying to do a little something new with every picture for each episode on the thumbnail or the little MS Paint thing I do.
Yeah, I know that the little shade drawing.
Yeah.
But I do wonder what those fine gents at Evenstar are up to. Why, I haven't heard from them in months.
From who did you not hear from?
They quieter than a groundhog on Groundhog Day.
Evening Star. They'll be making their own thing, right?
Well, whatever it is, I reckon I want to see it now.
We were hiring people earlier this year.
Okay, I think that's the third episode's public now.
Yeah, I just got a notification on my phone.
But you have notifications enabled for me. I appreciate it, Movies First.
Enter the second sad man.
That's
Setting tile.
That's a very good thumbnail.
Appreciate it. This one's in 1080p, so you gotta watch the whole thing.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, important for that drawing so you can see all the details.
Through the highest quality. What was the devil?
Oh yeah, the devil was in the last one.
That's a pretty big guess.
I mean, what can you say? We're a pretty big show.
Really?
I do hope I did not stumble onto a show sponsored by Satan. I'm a religious Sunday school going Christian. I'm just making fun with you. I don't mind at all. Bring it anyone you want.
Yeah. It's too late anyways.
Is it true that everything is bigger in Texas?
Oh yeah, even the people. Well, I reckon you ain't seen anyone there. Well, let me tell you, we, at least I know from a few years ago, we had the #1 obesity rate in the entire U.S.
Fuck yeah.
Well, we got
Something
the
to be
biggest
proud of.
land, the biggest people, and the biggest guns too.
It's a state full of thick boys.
Yeah, I fell asleep last night before it ended, didn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, but you weren't out for too long before I ended it.
Oh, I guess didn't miss much. Yeah, I only found out because I saw the drawing in the general. That's how I even knew I fell asleep.
I
So,
didn't
so
know.
you woke up and you saw yourself?
Yeah, the thumbnail drawing.
I see. Let me know if the music is too loud.
No, sounds good.
Well, my biggest fear right now is that if Sonic ever gets an animated show, it's gonna be just like one of them awful Cartoon Network shows. With the silly
Boom was okay.
faces, the unfunny writing, and the
Okay.
horrible animation.
Animal what?
Yeah, you do know Sonic there crossover with one of those Cartoon Network shows, right?
Oh yes. Okay, here. What a pile of horse manure.
This is gonna be fucking cow-ass, isn't it?
Still better than them two bozos, Pontac and Graf.
What? I mean, they could make an animated show based on the movie. They've done stuff like that before.
Didn't?
Oh, that would be wonderful. But it most likely end up on
Didn't the president?
Netflix, or it likely end up on Netflix or Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if I'm mistaken, Netflix
Yeah.
bought out a huge chunk of Viacom stock,
Yeah, but
so they kind of
yeah,
own them
they
now.
but Viacom didn't even doesn't even own Sega. They just helped make the movie. But did you know, Sega and Paramount used to be under the same company at one point?
Now this is something I gotta hear.
Yeah, they used to be both owned by Gulf and Western. Back in the 80s and 70s.
But ain't the movie Sonic owned by Paramount? And they just licensed the character from Sega? Well, I ain't sure if Sega even owns my movie Sonic.
They must do. It's fucking Sonic.
Well, boy, do I have news for you. If you think Sega owns Sonic, let me tell you about the She-Ra, DreamWorks She-Ra, and let me tell you about the two Star Treks. Your mind's gonna be blown.
Let's not talk about Star Trek.
But I reckon there's a whole rickety-dickety field of legal copyrights for all these different major franchises. It ain't that as simple as y'all think.
Oh gosh.
Well, the third episode's in the thread now, so there it is.
Job. I'm sure you get plenty of shit for doing this, but it's good on you for actually being productive.
Good for me for being what?
Productive.
I wouldn't call it that, but I'll take the credit.
It's something. It's a thing. It exists.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You've got Satan, a hat from Texas. It's good shit.
That's all we really need, anyways.
That's all you need. Yeah.
I think we're kind of closing down right now, so if you guys want to chill with anything right now, this is the time.
Yeah, this was a short episode.
I guess so.
Yeah, I think we probably
Well,
got
I'm
all
glad
burned.
it won't erupt anything in the thread. I think this is chill, and this is how the podcast aimed to be.
I was saying, yeah, this was pretty. I think we all got burned out from last night.
Definitely.
I'm surprised you do 2 in a row.
Well, that's when I can do them, so. And if no one comes to the first one, then I want a backup, you know? And then, if everyone's burnt out, like.
By default,
God, what happened?
She got trapped
Texas
inside the
hat.
phone.
Oh no. I think Hat is just dead.
I'm dead, honey. I just don't have anything to say. Well, I could bring up all sorts of stuff that happened today, but I don't think that I want this podcast to get too political. As I'm sure y'all hunters know about what TSSC did. But I personally think that's way too uncouth for this podcast.
It's PSSC, the mommy blogger one.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know about them names, honey. I just know I don't know about them names, honey. I just know there's all them Sonic hosting sites and they all report the same news. They all report the same rumors. They all are desperate for news because they ain't getting much from this franchise.
Oh, CSSZ.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Y'all pronounce the letter Z
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Z there.
You pronounced it correctly, yes.
Whoops. And then, yeah, correctly.
Yeah.
Anyway, last call for shilling. Any projects or friends projects?
I have absolutely nothing.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we're all burned out.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. Yeah.
Well, what did y'all talk about last night? Was it really all just about that horrible shit poster and
Which one?
because that's all I've been reading. Oh, never mind. You know what? I didn't want to talk about this. You know, let me come up with a topic to discuss.
No, yeah.
Let me come up with something. Let me say that I love them Sonic Heroes cutscenes. They're all so cute, and I ain't ever seen a problem with that. I love to watch them. I love to watch them on repeat. So fantastic. I know a lot of them peoples all say that Sonic Heroes has a terrible story, but no, it's just cute. It's just fun. It's all you gotta do. You just sit there and enjoy it. It ain't supposed to be serious.
Yeah, that's a good topic. What game has the best cutscenes?
Okay. I have to leave now. Okay.
Okay.
Adios.
Take care.
Bye.